Hi, I'm Lydia Mason with Lydia's Touch Interior Design Services. I'm a Feng Shui consultant and I live in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Hi, I'm Nora, founder of Live Holly, holistic interior design and Feng Shui consultant. Important topic to discuss this because mold attacks the lungs, and this is the most important time, maybe in history, that we really need our lungs strong to protect us, and strong immunity, strong lungs, you know.
Yes, and what I've read is that once you've been exposed to it and it's caused damage, it can make you more prone to asthma and to the effects, to any other exposures of mold, that it can just have a faster effect on you. So, the way that we build homes nowadays, so airtight and everything. In the olden days, there were gaps in the windows and the walls, and the houses could breathe. Now we've made it so airtight, we're breathing the same air over and over, and it can get stagnant, and if there's moisture, it can breed mold. So that's creating some issues for us as well.
Right. Speaking of that, what you mentioned, that the house could breathe. I just remembered reading from a book on Vastu Shastra, which is like an ancient Feng Shui philosophy that originates from India. It's called Vastu Shastra, and they mentioned that the home is like it's also like a living entity, just like a body, you know, and whatever the body needs, it's the same. Like we're feeding the house, and the house is has to be clean and to breathe. And you mentioned to breathe, so it makes sense that, I mean, it has to have this clean pores open and and alive, you know.
Exactly, that's right. You and I were talking a month or two ago, and you were talking about fruits to eat. And with COVID and everything, I was trying to do some fresh squeezed orange juice. I love fresh squeezed. So I had bought some oranges at the grocery store, and I kept smelling, like, what is smelling? I juiced 4 of them, and there was still about 8 left. They all molded and rotted, like within 2 or 3 days of being home. And I don't quite understand why that happened, but I'm wondering if we have excess moisture in our house, or maybe they had been frozen and damaged in some way. But it's like, did I bring the mold into the house now by trying to do that? And you were telling me about fruits that mold and such. So should I not be drinking the fresh squeezed orange juice maybe right now?
Yeah, I have been doing a research on that. So that it was said that the mold grows in 2 environments. It's the humid, like the wet, and the sweet, like anything that has sugar or carbohydrate in it. And there is a diet actually in functional medicine, like that says like mold diet, low mold diet, or low. It's also candida diet, because candida is a fungus, and it grows on the sugar. That's a very interesting research like study, that eating, like whenever we are in a humid mold environment, is to eat the opposite, so we don't have, so our body doesn't become an environment for mold to grow, because that's it, like the body can become an environment for mold to grow.
So I guess cashew milk or almond milk would work, like a hard nut milk.
Oh, right, yes, but
instead of dairy.
Yeah.
So I guess making those substitutes. Okay.
Substitutes, but I think making them at home, so that to make sure that they are not having sugar inside from the package.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I was looking at the 3 types of molds. There's the kind that's we're allergic to, that we're sensitive to, and I guess that's maybe where the black mold comes in. And then there's the pathogenic, and then there's the really toxic molds. And that's the 3 main categories, and then there's tons of different molds. There's over a dozen common ones in that, but I think the one that most people are aware of these days is the black mold that you see growing on the wall or in the corner. And that's where we have to be aware of it in Feng Shui, you know, keeping clutter out of the corners,
Yeah.
keeping your home clean, and letting the air flow around the room, and being aware of, you know, just that cleaning, the spring cleaning and fall cleaning, getting your house
Yes.
ready for the seasonal changes can help.
Yeah, and that was what it means in Feng Shui to circulate the qi in your house. I mean, it's to get the air flowing everywhere in every corner. And one of the things it says, like obviously it spreads into things, into books, and obviously into things that we don't use. And in Feng Shui, whatever we don't use, we don't really need to, I mean, keep with us. So it's really
That's
about
right.
keeping minimal things with us. And
Yes. Yeah, really having near you what you use, what you love, what you appreciate, and editing and removing, giving away the things that you don't, and let other people enjoy those. And then you can, you know, enjoy your home and have it healthy as well. Yeah. I
yeah,
was talking to an air conditioning person because I'm in Florida here, and we have a very humid climate, and her company now installs air purifiers on the air conditioning system. So it's purifying the air constantly as it's circulating. And she recommends that after getting the air ducts cleaned and the unit itself cleaned, the coils and everything in there, and making sure there's no moisture issue in the unit. And that really helps in breathing clean, fresh air as well in your home.
wow, that's very helpful. Yeah, that's a very good.
Yeah.
As well, the diffusers of essential oils. Um, so, like some essential oils have antifungal properties, like tea tree oil, peppermint oil, lavender oil,
Right.
and evaporating them into the air, which will help to really like kill it. So it minimizes the inhalation, you know, inhaling it.
Yeah. Yeah. I often put a few drops in a spray bottle, and when I'm cleaning the floors, I'll spray it on the floor before I mop it, and it freshens the whole room. And I'm hoping it's helping with killing bacteria and mold and everything.